The episode you're about to hear is authorised by me, Kate Hulett, at 106 High Street Mall, Fremantle.
Hello everyone. Hi. This is A Piece of Kate. I'm Emma Pegram.
And I'm Kate Hulett. Oh, I feel like a newsreader here.
I know, it's very formal. It's, what day is it? Sunday afternoon.
It's Easter Sunday.
Easter Sunday, 5 o'clock-ish. We're recording from the beautiful Yarra Vista Park in Jandakot today.
Yeah, we've been dropping leaflets in Jandakot and we thought we would just pull over and do a little pod in a pretty brand new park in the middle of a new development, which is yet unbuilt. There are empty blocks around us. But man, this park's so nice.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
Full of natives.
Yeah, we were just commenting on the beautiful native landscaping and
Pink and grey
it's a really nice, quiet neighbourhood. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's gorge.
We thought this week we'll probably be coming to you every day from somewhere out and about because we're doing a lot of Grattan campaigning this week, obviously. I mean, we always are, but we thought it'd be fun to take you out on the road with us.
So early voting opens on Tuesday, so we're trying to get all the letter drops in the letterboxes before then, but some might be going out on Tuesday. And then we'll be out pre-poll a lot of the week. And
just to say though,
stuff.
There are roughly 67,000 dwellings across the Fremantle division.
I can tell you the number exact. Wait. 67,130 households.
Beautiful.
116,817 registered voters.
Amazing. And I reckon we've covered close to 60,000 of those households leafleting so far. Not us personally, but an amazing team of volunteers. More than 85 people we've had picking up boxes of flyers.
As we were sitting here waiting for the perfect moment to start rolling, I just saw a little video of our friend Danielle and Max out in Freo. Did you?
They've been letterboxing today.
I'm going to show it to you. It's very cute.
We are out here on the trail. What do we got here, Maxie? What do we got? Hello.
Kate Hulett.
Yes.
That's what we got out here.
One for Kate. In that we are walking the streets today giving out flyers about Kate Hulett for the federal election is because, number one, feels great to be engaged, doesn't it? Feels great to do something that feels meaningful these days. Let's get meaningful! So let's just talk about this. We in Australia have this amazing thing called preferential voting. Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
And because we have it, what it means is that you can both keep Dutton out, if that's what you want to do, and get local representation. And this is the key, okay? A mixed variables of seat variances of representation in Canberra is absolutely key to making sure that multiple and variable voices are heard. This is the only way we do it. We have a system that supports this. That means that the major party system, which is, pretty seriously under corporate capture in so many ways, have to really be in consultation with the very communities and country that they represent to be able to get things through. And this is why we're dropping letters. This is why we're out on the street putting things in mailboxes, because there's a lot of great energy out here for people wanting something new and something different. So you can both have an independent local representative and keep Dutton out. Both are possible. If you are interested in how you might build your ballot, check out Build Your Ballot. What a fucking resource made by wonderful, young, sparky people who are generally invested in the politics and of their future. Check it out. Get amongst it. It's meaningful! Get it? People are all like, oh, damn, you're so hot. Why are you spending your day doing this? I'm like, this is what makes me hot. You know what I'm saying? And also the stakes feel higher than ever. And watching what's happening in other places, I am the most inspired to be like, I have to know that I am involved in elections because the stakes are just too high. We cannot afford to wait another 3 or 4 years for change to start happening. And I believe a hung parliament where there's really varied representation is the only way we're going to see real change start to occur. It's not going to happen directly through there being a majority government. There needs to be, the representation needs to be broad and needs to be variable and needs to be localised. It needs to be representative of the places that it's, the voices that it's representing. I'm both. I'm hot and I'm stomping the streets on Easter while my stuff's in the laundromat. Also washing my doonas. Also washing doonas and being a active citizen. Two things are possible at once. So yeah, I'm out here doing this into mailboxes. Oh, I really hope it's a mailbox. Oh yeah, it is. I mean, I doom scroll with the best of them. I really do. I'm a doom scroller. My friends, is the antidote. This is my anecdote of antidotes to the immense overwhelm I feel about local, national and international, the state of all those affairs. Get involved. Work out what matters to you and then really get amongst it. You know what matters to me? You know what I want on Easter? I want everyone to get their fair slice of cake. Just a slice of cake. Everyone deserves one. You can get Greens and Independents representing the issues that matter to you in the federal space while still keeping Dutton out. Right? That's what we're doing, right? We're keeping Dutton out, but we're making sure the representation in Parliament is indicative of who we are as a community, how we're changing, what we want to see, what we don't want to see, what we're sick of, and what we want to see changing. The only way that's going to change is if the representation represents us.
So good. What legends.
Total legends.
I love the bit where she says, people are like, you're so hot, why are you spending your days doing this? I don't know if she meant like you're hot temperature-wise, why are you doing it? Or like you're so hot, why you don't need to be letterboxing? Like you're too hot to letterbox?
Oh.
But no. But I thought that was cute and she said this is what makes me hot.
Yeah.
Doing the letterboxing.
Participating.
Yeah. Very cute. But yeah, so many people. Lily and Sam still out in Jandakot dropping off.
On the other side of this.
We might even
new
see
development.
them
at
some point.
I dropped a pin. And lots of kids out. I know two of my favourite small people were out today crisscrossing the street. It's a great competition for small people.
Yeah, they love
to
it.
see how many. I mean, when we dropped Lily and Sam off earlier, Lily was literally running.
I know, and then
because he's got such long legs.
I loved when we drove back past her and she gave us a really high kick.
High kick. Yeah.
Like amazing
A can wave as we passed.
Also, when I was letterboxing just 20 minutes ago in Jandakot, I came across a couple of voters, people who'd already voted for you. They were so psyched to see me. Matt and Mark, shout out. They're listeners.
I'm going to
YouTube
drive
listeners.
past and put something in the letterbox. Something nice.
Yeah, you've got to leave them a little. Leave them a little thank you.
I mean, the fact that you just passed someone that has listened to this is still blowing my mind.
I know.
And I'm thrilled that someone saw you and spotted you out and about.
It was really exciting for me. I know you're a celebrity and people stop you in the street all the time, but it was my first time.
Well, someone
I loved it.
Almost just spat on my feet when they said, "You're a teal." Blech, gross.
I mean, what's that thing you always say?
Well, you can't make...
About peaches?
Oh, yeah, you can be the juiciest peach in the orchard, but not everyone loves a peach.
I love that saying.
Yeah. I try and use it as much as possible, but sometimes I just shorten it too. Not everyone loves a peach.
And everyone's like, what do you mean?
What's she talking about?
What else have you been doing on the ground?
All right.
You've been out
It's
about
been a
so much
huge
this
weekend because it's Easter and everyone's on holidays, and if you take 3 days off, you have a 2-year holiday because of Anzac Day, something like that. Not for us. I am absolutely fixated on getting all the leaflets out before Tuesday, so I honestly can't think of anything else. However, the thing I can think about is markets.
Yes.
I've been at 3 different markets in the last 25 minutes.
Saturday afternoon, Auburn Grove, Coachella.
Man, that was one of the biggest parties I've ever been to.
So good.
It was enormous. When I was leafleting the hour prior, I was like, where are all the people? And then I drive there, I was like, okay.
They were all finding a park.
Western Australia is in this park. There was a tent full of like percussion instruments and kids just going nuts.
Mental.
Then there was next door a Guinness World Record hula hooping or something like that. I mean, it might not have been official, but it felt like it.
Did you participate?
No, I was kind of overwhelmed. And then there was the macaws.
Oh, yes.
The 3 macaws.
Yes.
And we made them hold a Kate sticker. That entertained me for a while.
That was cute.
There was a singer. I mean, it was just chaos. And then we waited for about 3 hours for our food and had the best hot donuts I've ever had in my life. And
So
then
good.
went home.
Great.
It was huge, and it was really fun.
What were the folks in Auburn Grove thinking? Did they have much to say?
They
Did you
were
chat?
thinking about young families, you know, and what that entailed, which kind of ranges from cost of living to housing to, you know, just getting through.
Yeah.
But they're pretty. I spoke to someone who said, "Oh, my daughter it struck her seeing all these people here how diverse it was." And in fact, the night before there was a big market in Treeby as I was finishing up, and that was huge. And it was diverse through the food.
Sorry, there is a bird directly above our head. Not only is it terrifying for certain reasons, I'm wondering if it's
Not terrifying. That's overstated.
not because of its sound, because of the potential
Oh, poo.
projectiles.
That's good luck.
Yeah. Sorry, go on.
I'm ready
go
for
on.
it.
Treaty.
Yeah. I mean,
You've been spending so much time in Treaty.
yeah,
Is it your
It's-
favourite place?
it is.
I saw a message in our group chat the other day that was our dear friend and campaigner Lily saying, "When are we getting a share house in Treaty?"
Yes.
Which I loved.
Yeah.
I think we could move there.
I've been scouting out which properties are for sale. Okay, so that was Friday, Saturday. I feel like other stuff happened, but then today was huge because it's Easter Sunday. So there was heaps happening, including a Bilby-inspired Easter egg distribution.
Unfortunately, there was no bunny costume available, but I thought the Bilby costume went down a treat.
It was
Terrifying.
shocking to me how kids just gravitated towards it and were happy with it. Happy as in there was no tears. I was thinking this is going to clear out the market because it looks like something has been dragged out of
A drain.
well, I mean like a cemetery. And
Zombie Bilby.
yeah,
Very festive.
wasn't it?
Not sarcasm.
I think that it might have. I think the adults were scared, and the kids were just
I mean, did the Bilby have chocolate?
no.
Oh.
But there was two little girls that were walking
Walking
along, giving the chocolate out on the Bilby's behalf.
That was at Freo Farmers Market, which was nice to be back there. We haven't been there during the federal campaign, but we spent a bit of time there in the state campaign. And nice to be back there. And then you went along to another egg hunt
Yeah, Eliza Pond, which was an egg.
in Coogee.
It was in Coburn, Santorini Park, which is a really nice park, and they do it every year. It's an annual thing. And I met a nice man called Norm who does, helps out in the community kind of for free and just helps people who need a bit of help and support. And he was a total legend. And yeah, our campaign is going to sponsor that retrospectively. That's what we'd
The egg hunt, the event.
Well, the sausage. He did a sausage sizzle. So
Oh, cool.
Which you've been in to cover that.
Great.
But that was really nice, and it's just so. It's really lovely to see local areas being used by local people, like the nice dog that just walked past us, and coming out of their homes. And that was nice when I spoke to Kylie she arranges the Freo Farmers Market. The strength of that community that come there and what it gives to people, the families and the local people. For many of them, it's the only thing they have to do socially every week. And I think that's so important to encourage that and facilitate it. And people were just pumped, just felt so buoyant and full of life and joy. Because I guess it's, long weekend and school holidays, so it's just lovely. And then we came out here. Oh, no, and then street arts festivals on the centre of Freo.
Yeah, there's so much on this
Oh
weekend.
my gosh.
Whole of Central
Totally.
Freo is shut down.
Yeah.
But to be alive with people on their feet rather than cars.
And lots of performers from across the world come to this. It's one of the biggest ones in the Southern Hemisphere and the longest running, I believe. And yeah, so there's kind of performance troupes from across the world. And so every now and then there's this kind of circle of audience that just is generated, and then there's someone doing something fun in the middle, and then that dissipates, and then it's
very
really
cool.
nice to see High Street and Market Street closed to traffic as well, so people just cruising around and running wild. It was really nice.
Sick.
Yeah.
The other thing that we've been doing a lot of is getting corflute signs out on the roads. Having a bit of, I mean, we've seen it across the board, all of the parties and candidates are having a lot of vandalism and removal of signs.
Yeah.
It seems like a lot.
Yeah. Is that reflective of people's feeling about
Having to
politics?
go to another election after just having a state one. Or, just anger.
Or is there a conspiracy? It could be one crazed person, or it could be just
An organised effort.
an organised crime squad. But the signs around the community are so impactful in terms of getting kind of recognition. And we all say this, that, if you kind of aim for 70% name recognition in an area, and of course, as we've said, Liberal and Labor parties and the Greens to a point don't really need to work so hard at that in terms of their candidate, because people just know the party. And so when you're an independent, you've got a lot more work to do. So something like a sign up in people's gardens or on verges, on roundabouts and whatnot, are really beneficial. So we've been putting lots up, you would have noticed.
Yes.
And then we've noticed some peculiar happenings. Someone has a silver tin of spray paint in there.
I wonder
Little
if
hands.
the silver spray painter is a listener. If so, please stop spray painting Kate's face. It's mean.
Or just do it across the board, Spray everyone's faces.
Yeah, spread the hate. No, that's a terrible slogan.
Don't spread that. Spread some love with your silver.
I think that the corflutes disappearing is upsetting because, I just think about them. Where are they going and are they getting recycled? That is my big, I hate the idea that someone's just putting them into landfill or something. Obviously, the idea is that we would collect them all up at the end and get them recycled. That is
That's the plan.
a big thing. But also, it's just frustrating.
It's people's money. People have paid for those, all the donations. And I think about, do you remember when I was at North Fremantle Bowls Club and it was gale force winds and the corflutes were kind of scissoring through the sky in an aggressive, I'm going to take your head off manner. And I think, I hope they're not flying about and, going to cause, because we do put a lot of effort into really banging them in. And anyhow, please don't take them.
Yeah.
Or if you take them, recycle them.
Yeah.
There's a great recycling place.
But we'll have some crew out again tonight and probably tomorrow night with some signs going up.
Don't give it away for the baddies with the silver spray. Come on. We might be out tonight, but you never know.
And we won't tell
But
you.
we'll be watching. If you have silver spray paint on your index finger,
we'll know.
expect a knock at your front door. No, that's threatening. Okay. Don't spread the hate. Don't expect a knock.
What else
Just live your life.
There was
pre-poll.
something to... Well, we can talk about pre-poll. And on that note, actually, we got some feedback from a listener, I think in Atwell.
Okay.
Shout out to them. That were a bit confused with our talk about how to vote cards.
Oh, yeah.
And we would just like to reiterate for all listening that just because we have a how to vote card that does not have numbers in boxes does not mean that we don't hand them out at polling booths. We absolutely do. It's a massive effort. Hundreds and hundreds of volunteers are needed in order to do that. And it's really important because we want everyone coming to the polling booth to know that you're an option. Kate's an option to vote for. So just to clarify, we do need volunteers and we do hand out.
Yeah,
hand
like
out
the
material.
other candidates, we have an A4 bit of paper to hand out. So it's got a sample of the ballot and it just shows a number 1 next to my name and the other numbers are blank. But it kind of has a little bit of information about the campaign, the policies. And then we hope that as voters go in, they take it and kind of go, oh yeah, I get it. They look like great people and there's an independent candidate and those values align with mine. Yeah. And then they make the rest of their decisions. And so
actually,
yes, we do need people at the polling booths.
We do. And it's really fun. And actually, even though the other day we were talking about how, it can be a bit of a hectic environment to walk into as a voter, the alternative side of that is if everyone's actually being really friendly and positive, like the volunteers who are representing the different candidates. It's actually a really electric vibe, you know, and
There's an interesting kind of camaraderie of like
Yeah.
sharing eskies with all the other candidates for your cold water and handing out minties, or, you know, just like, it's a strange environment because you're all forced together and
you have to get along.
in democracy, you know,
Yeah.
and it's actually, there is something quite beautiful about that. It's quite unusual and the difference from federal to state, of course, is that there's more polling booths for both pre-poll and then there's so many on election day. Too many.
35.
35 booths. Yeah.
Yes, so we are in the process of trying to sign up like 800 volunteers for election day.
If you're listening and you think, yeah, I reckon I could stand around, hand out a bit of paper for 2 hours and be charming and gorgeous.
Maybe Matt and Mark, who I just spoke to,
Hell yes.
letterboxing might reach out.
Yeah.
Could,
Yeah.
you know, get on
Got some good dogs
polling booth out here in
passing
Jandakot.
in the background, just if
Hello.
you're watching.
Great dogs.
Beautiful.
Oh my gosh, look at that coat.
Peak dog action here in...
I feel like we're
Glen
losing
Iris
light, so
Society.
it might be time to wrap up.
The birds are ramping up. The light is ramping down. Okay, so
That's us, Sunday night. It's a bit of a quick epi, just updating on where we're at, what we've been doing, and then
tomorrow we're
we'll be
walking
back
around
with
Bibra
more.
Lake itself.
Yeah,
And then we might record from around there somewhere.
I reckon that'd be fun.
And then...
We might get Lily on tomorrow, who's been doing a lot of ground
Yes.
campaigning. We might do a bit of a throw.
Let's go
to
find
to get
her
some
after
stories.
this. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like and subscribe.
Yes.
Share this with your friends.
Yes.
Sign up to volunteer. If you do... Oh, what about our double donations?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my
gosh.
God. Oh, my God. Oh,
Starting
my God.
tomorrow.
Guys.
Starting tomorrow. Well, I mean, technically from now, but starting tomorrow. For the next 3 days,
Monday,
We're gonna have-
Tuesday, Wednesday.
yes, a very generous donor matching donations. So that means if you make a contribution, your efforts are doubled.
So, correct me. I donate $50. It turns into 100.
Correct.
Whoa,
Magic.
Nelly.
Like
okay. This is huge. So, if you've been thinking about donating,
Now it's a good time.
this is bonus time, baby.
And also, if you have already donated and you're in a position to give more,
First
now
of
would be
all,
a great
thank
time.
you. Second
Obviously,
of all,
thank you.
thank you for more.
And thank you
more.
for continuing.
Why do we need more money? Just quickly.
Oh, well, we have not yet reached our fundraising target, which is sort of, you know, it's like the
Everything's
baseline to pay
predicated
for all the stuff.
on the target, yeah.
We have, yes, things that need to be paid for. Very basic things, like just continuing to advertise, you know, getting your name out there, making sure people know you exist and what your policies are and what you're all about. And then, importantly, it's a lot of materials and merchandise, especially for election day. But yeah, ads, signage, T-shirts.
Beauty. All right. Well, thank
Printing.
you. If you're able to donate, we deeply appreciate you. And you are the only way that we can compete with the major parties who have tons of cash in their bank.
Like hundreds of millions of dollars. Yeah. Okay, see ya.
Signing out from Jandakot. Thank you for joining us on A Piece of Kate.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.